Hello, everyone. Hi, I'm Sydney from Sydney Group TT, also known as the Business Bank Account Boss. And over the past 10 years, I have helped over 1,000 entrepreneurs in Trinidad and Tobago to open their business bank account. Now, they have gone on to buy company vehicles, they've moved on to buy the properties where they were once renting, all because they opened their business bank account in Trinidad and Tobago. So what I do, I start off with a consultation to find out what does your business sell? What are your long-term goals? That way we can select the best bank for you because one bank that might be good for your friend may not be the best bank for you to open your business bank account in. So it's not really the best approach to be asking people which bank do you use, and then you open your account there. So that's why I have the consultation. Today, I would like to cover 10 questions you should ask yourself before you hire or you pay someone to help you open your business bank account. Now, as I said, for the past 10 years, I've helped over 1,000 entrepreneurs in Trinidad and Tobago to open their business bank account. My background is that I've worked with and advised as an employee or as a consultant to financial institutions in Trinidad and Tobago with over $500 million in assets. So I would advise them on areas of risks, areas of law, areas of compliance with anti-money laundering frameworks, risk assessments. So I took that expertise from advising the financial institutions to now advise entrepreneurs to be able to get approved by the bank when they are opening their business bank account. And I must say something I love to do, and I quite enjoyed it. So as I said, I'll get right into it. These are 10 questions to ask yourself before you pay someone to help you open your business bank account. The first question is this business legit or fake? Now, what you are not realizing is a lot of persons are creating pages and purporting to offer certain services so that they are saying, I can help you to register your business, open your business bank account. But after they receive payment, they block you. You can no longer get onto them, and this is after you pay. So I want you to do some research before you pay someone to help you open your business bank account. Because think about it, anybody can make a flyer, a logo, come up with a business name and make a page and say that they help you to open your business bank account. That's very easy to do. And a lot of people are being caught by it. So while some persons are being caught up in other scams that are circulating, like the rent to own and so on, these multi-level marketing schemes, one scam that is oftentimes overlooked is people purporting to help you to register your business bank, to help you to register your business or to open the business bank account. And then after you pay them, you never hear back from them. So the first question is this business legit or fake? So what you do when you see a company name, you go to the company's registry online system that will contain a list of all the registered businesses in Trinidad and Tobago. You are seeking to verify whether this name they are trading under is really a registered business. That's the first thing you're going to do. Now, the second question is, after I make payment, will this person complete my work in a timely manner? The person or the business offering the service could be legitimate, but they might be so overwhelmed with clients and with work that when you now pay, they don't have the time to prepare your documents. So you could have an appointment date and you may have given them 2 or 3 days notice, and it could just mean that the person does not have the time to attend to your matter. It's just like when you go buy a seamstress, like for Christmas or so, and you drop the material and you ask them, will this be ready in time for Christmas? And they tell you yes, but they seem to overlook the other orders they have before yours. So that's the other thing you want to look at, availability.
Hi everyone who's joining. So you also want to ensure the person is open, available, ready, and has the capacity to help you. All right. The third question you want to ask yourself is, will I receive regular updates? Because how this works, after you make the payment, they should have some kind of session with you for you all to determine and agree on the bank. And like when someone is helping you prepare these cash flow projections, they will have to ask you, well, what do you sell? Do you have a price list? What's the cost of this? How many people buy in a month? What are your expenses like? And after you give them this information, they're going to have to sit and start to work on that information they gave you and put it in the cash flow projections, which will have a month by month breakdown for the next 3 years. So it is a lot of work and it is a lot of estimates. In some of the other points, I'll talk about what happens when the person uses figures and these figures are too high. So the third point is, will I receive regular updates? Because what you don't want to happen, you don't want to pay to get the service done, and then the person just keeping you in the dark. They're not letting you know, okay, I've prepared the first draft. I want us to look into review it. Would you like me to make any changes? And you are just going to be wondering, well, I wonder what is the next step. So I usually give a timeline. I would say, listen, within 1 day, I will prepare a first draft of the notes for us to go through. And then you can tell me, the figures are too high, Sydney, that's not what I sell, that you got it wrong. Or yes, you're right on point. Now, over the 10 years, I developed something called ASYDNEY approval system, where, because I've done it so much, I could create a system. When you tell me what your business sells, and you give me like a price list, I could give you a breakdown of the number of customers, the price list, and your average monthly income. And then I could come up with the possible expenses. So when we show it to the bank now, the goal of what we're showing the bank is to show them how much money they can expect into your account. That's the point of cash flow projections. You are given a good estimated guess of how much money in 1 month my business can make for the next 3 years. So you want to be able to receive regular updates to know, what is the position? Are you finished? Are you almost finished? Do you need more information from me? I have the appointment. The appointment is next 2 weeks. Am I going to get it in time? And as part of giving superb customer service, you want to work with somebody who is available, ready, and who communicates well. You don't want, when you message for an update, they don't respond to you until 3 working days, or you have to be calling their phone. I don't think that's good customer service. So I pride myself in responding quickly to clients, because you paid for a service, you expect updates, and then I also work quickly. So I would like for you to open your account, because I know the true benefits. So we can talk about that on another occasion. We're at number 4, question number 4. The person you are paying to help you open your business bank account, and by extension, help you prepare the cash flow projections, is this person trained? Is this person qualified? Is this person experienced in helping other persons to open their business bank account? Because when you have someone new who is doing it like, just something they're doing like a hustle, sometimes the figures they use, as I said, are so unrealistic, so high. When the bank sees it, the bank is not going to open the account. So the benefit of having, been doing this for the past 10 years, like when I see cash flows, I will ask, who prepared this for you? The bank will not open the account to this. And what happens after an entrepreneur pays a service provider to do the cash flow projections? Sometimes the bank tells them, we're not opening the account. And they don't have to pay me to do it over. So this is why I'm saying I'm seeing it happening over and over again. It also happens when people try to do it on their own. It is time consuming, but it's almost like a system you have to work with. As I said, the cash flow projection shows the bank your estimated monthly income and estimated monthly expenses. Now, if you're talking about expenses like utility, one of the questions I will ask, how much do you spend on a data plan? The data plan that you would use to speak to your customers, that might be fixed. So you might be paying $280 per month, so that will be fixed. If we are talking about an expense like utilities, which will cover water, electricity for wherever you operate, it's very unlikely that is going to be the same amount every month. So if your light bill, let's say, was $225 for April, in the next time the bill comes, it's not going to be the same. So if we see a cash flow projection with that same $225 for every month for the next 3 years, that's going to be unrealistic. So some figures would remain the same, like a salary. The figure that you pay as a salary, that might remain the same. Other times, it's not going to remain the same. So I'm saying little things like this. If the person is not experienced, is not trained, they are going to leave it out and you're not going to get your bank account open. The bank is going to tell you fix it. So now you have to run down this person to make an amendment to fix their documents, and they really should have gotten it right the first time. So the issue is this person number 4? Is this person experienced? Is this person trained? Is this person qualified? Right? These are the questions you have to start to ask yourself, because with the shift to online business, we no longer walk into an office or walk into a store to pay someone for a service like this. It's done online. So they would advertise online, you send the payment, and then what? I want you to get the account open. So these are the 10 questions you are asking yourself. Number 5, do I know this business or the person behind the page? Now, the danger of these online pages who are saying they are helping registered businesses, helping you open your business bank account, sometimes they don't show who they are behind the page. So you'll see a logo, you might just see, yes, you can like this, and feel free to comment so I'll know what other topics you'd like me to cover. The danger with it, you don't know who's behind the page. As I mentioned, the type of information you are sending to somebody when they're helping you with cash flow is, you are telling this person how much money you make in a month. You are telling them your expenses, you're telling them your rent, your mortgage. You're telling this person how your money running. And if you don't know who is behind the page, there's an issue of somebody on the internet has all this information about you. I think that's scary. That's a security, that's a privacy concern. So that's one of the things you want to be mindful of. What if it's your hater behind the page? That's my question. What if the person you are sending all this private information, you are sending them your business registration certificate, you are telling them all your business about the kind of money your business generates and spends, but you don't know who's behind the page? What if it's your arch nemesis? That scares me. I like to know who I'm doing business with, and for the pages, the businesses that don't show who's behind it, I think they are losing out on market share. We are now on number 6. The issue I have is, what if the person completes the documents for you, but when you look at it, you are not pleased. You are not pleased with the figures they use, you are not pleased with their service, or we say the bank doesn't open your account. Then what? What are we going to do at that point? Is that you're going to reason with the person to ask them to change the documents, fix the documents, amend it? I'm not sure, if the person is going to be communicating with you that well. So this is something you want somebody you could work with, right? In another video, I'll talk about what some people charge. So to do the cash flow projections and to help you open a business bank account, I charge $660. Once I realize you need one-on-one coaching, one-on-one consultation for us to discuss the best bank, the best type of account for you, what are your long-term goals, do you want business loans, do you want links machine, we can have a consultation. But if you already know what you want and you just need the documents, it will be the $660. But if you want us to have a one-on-one, so we can go through everything you need my guidance on this, then we'll start with a consultation for $300, and we'll agree how we can move on from there, right? So that's why I do it. So we just spoke about number 6. Now, number 7, is my personal and business information safe with this person? It ties into what I just spoke about. What we need to be mindful of is data privacy and confidentiality. Because once you give this person this information, and we send things via WhatsApp, via email, so they have a picture of the business registration certificate. So those are the things I will ask you for. I will say, please send me a clear picture of your business registration certificate. On that certificate, I can see your full name, the business address. Older certificates will have the residential address, but I can now see where the business operates, and chances are you operate that business from home. So it's going to have your home address on it, your full name, and then when you start to tell me your financials, I'm going to know all of this. Now, if I am not responsible, if I'm not ethical, that information can be used against you. That information can be used to make you a target. That information can be used to for organ and nefarious purposes, for safety, for criminal activity. So as I said, you want to make sure that your data is safe with this person that you are paying. So these are some of the 10 questions to ask yourself before paying someone. And let me be very clear about it. My fee to do it is $660, but there are people who charge $1,000, $2,500, $4,500 to help you do the same process. So I am bringing this up because some persons are charging a lot of money to do it, and you want to ensure that after you pay, not my fee is $660, but if you pay like $1,000, $2,500, $4,500 to do this, you want to ensure you get your work in a timely manner, it is well done, and that you actually get through. Because I've seen instances where other professionals have done it, but because sometimes they've never operated a business themselves, other than their accounting practice, other than the work that they are doing, they've never operated a business. So like they can't tell, oh, this $22,000 a month is unrealistic. It may be brought down actually to about $12,000 when you look at it. And then when you look at the expenses, because your business would make money, but spend money in salary, in utilities, in buying supplies. So there's always a balance between the income and the expenses. I digress. So I return to 8, which ties into it. Will this person keep my personal information and business information safe and confidential? Will this person screenshot my financials and post it on social media? We are seeing that happening. Would this person take a picture of my financials and have it? Another thing I see service providers doing, like when they are finished preparing documents for a client, they will just take a picture of the certificate and take a picture of the financials and post it. They don't scratch out or blank out the name of the business. They don't scratch out or blank off the name of the person who's signing. So at any point, you as a user on social media can see the name of this business, where that business is located, how much money that person is making, and I think that should be an issue of ethics, and that's something that needs to be addressed. I would usually share the certificates and the business bank account documents to show potential customers that my system, my ASYDNEY approval system works. But how I do it, I usually redact. I put like a black piece of board on the person's name, on the person's business address, and I black off the important information. So you just see the date the business was registered, which might be today's date, yesterday's date. You see the name of, I don't even show the name of the business, because if you find out the name of the business, as I mentioned, you can go onto the company's registry account online system, the cross, and you can enter that company's name and you can see all the info, because that is a public record. So if you search that company's name, you can find everything, and then you can find who's the owner of the business. So I'm very careful when I'm sharing completed work. I would show the date the document was registered or so on the certificate, but I would not show the name of the business owner, nor will I show the name of the registered business, because it's too easy to find out all that information about the person. We are now on number 9. Does the person who is helping me, who I am paying to open my business bank account, does this person belong to a professional association? By that I mean, are they a member of any association? Are they an accountant? Are they an attorney? Are they any professional? Because if they are, if this person scams you, you can now go to that professional association and say, listen, I made a payment to X, Y, and Z, and I never heard back from them on it. I didn't get any follow-up, they didn't complete the documents. I would like to lodge an official complaint and to get a refund. There is somebody who that professional is accountable to. Now, when you select a service provider, who chances are they're not showing their name or face or anything on social media, and you go through this person, who are you going to complain to? If this person takes your payment and they don't complete the work, who are you going to lodge a complaint? Who cares? Other than going to the police station. So you may go to the police station, you may launch a report, and then they may take that to the fraud squad. That is one route. So you have the option of going to fraud squad. But can you imagine going to the police station to make a report that you paid someone to help you open your business bank account and cash flow projections? They charge you a lot of money, and after that you never heard from them again. When you work through someone with a professional, belong to a professional association, I'm not saying that the work would be perfect, or the working relationship would not be without room for improvement, but there's somebody that person has to account to, they have to answer to. So if you can't get through to the person, they blocked you or anything, you can go to their professional association and say, listen, I would like to bring up a disciplinary matter against this person. Let's look into that. And that way you can get some redress. You can get some money, but you can get your money back. So that is the importance of working with someone. And even if they're not a member of a professional association, which takes me to number 10, does this person have a track record of success? Yes or no? Does this person have proof that they've really helped people in the past to open their business bank account? Because if not, then you are just spending your money in vain. It is very easy to come online. You can go and make a flyer and you can say, you know, I help people register their business, I help people open their business bank account, but where's the proof? Where are your past clients? Where's your record of success? Have people gotten through? How long? You know, we need to start to ask some questions, because I said I've been doing this for the past 10 years, and the amount of scams and schemes and tricks I've heard about people running with this. I'm not sure if it happened to any of you, but there are people who paid a lot of money. Sometimes they tell you $1,500. Yes, I'll register the business, open the bank account, and you pay that money, and they don't like to work by down payment. Like me, I usually ask for my full payment because I know I work quickly, and I've earned that level of respect from doing this over the past 10 years, that I can say, listen, I'd like my $660 up front and I can get it. The customers I deal with, that's never an issue. But there are other people who are now coming on the scene and say, I want these $1,000 up front. Then I will start to work on your documents. You send $1,000, you never hear from them again. And they keep doing it to other people because they will block you. Pretend like they never met you, and they'll move on and do it to somebody else. So I don't know how we're going to deal with that as an industry, but my concern is to make sure you get through, because I know you're operating your business, you're working hard to come up with that sum. So when you pay that money, you expect excellent customer service. Let me know if this is making sense. You expect to get through with your business bank account. You expect your business to be, you expect your business bank account to be open. You expect guidance. Okay, after they prepare the documents, how am I getting the appointment to go into the bank? When I go into the bank, is it guaranteed I'm going to get through? What else should I walk with to my bank appointment? So what I would normally do is advise clients, you know, your 2 forms of ID, utility bill. I ask them to show me the utility bill. Is it in your name? Whose name is it? They're going to have to sign that letter of authorization. Is that signature on the letter of authorization matching their form of ID? If it's not, the bank is not going to believe that you reside with this person and this person gave you permission to use it. So it's simple things like that. I would spend my time working with you just to make sure you get through in the first instance. So when you go to that bank appointment, I want to make sure everything is in order. And next thing is, how much money do I pay to the bank to open the account? It will differ. One bank will be $100, another bank will be $500, another bank will be $1,000, and it can go up from there. But what I'd like to do, after I prepare the documents, walk you through step by step. Even on the day when I know people have bank appointments, I make myself available. If they need anything further, I am there on call. This is the level of service you should require after you pay your money to get help to open your business bank account. So what you can let me know is some other topics you'd like for me to discuss. So today we looked at 10 questions to ask yourself before you pay someone to help you open your business bank account. You can let me know what else you'd like me to discuss. This was my first live. You let me know if it was informative, if the information was useful. Are there any questions? Thank you so much for your time. Thank you for joining. And I hope some of you did in fact open your business bank account. So what I'll do, I'll keep exploring this topic from different angles to make sure you understand the importance of opening your business bank account and all the things that are around it. Just because I know the real importance of how this business bank account can transform your business. That might just be the missing link. So for those of you who are still using your personal account as a business account, I could do a separate session on that. Just let me know. So you can reach out to me, like send me a DM, and let me know what you'd like me to cover. I'll be happy to do that. I'm here to serve you. Something I love to do. As I said, I've been doing this for the past 10 years. I came up with this system, ASYDNEY approval system, to make sure the bank approves your appointment, your application the first time that you go. And as I said, my background is that I've been advising, working with financial institutions with close to over $500 million in assets. advising them on risk, compliance, and the law. Because by profession, I am an attorney at law, but I focus more on helping entrepreneurs to get through with their business bank account. Because what is happening, and entrepreneurs are struggling to open a business bank account. So I act almost like as an interpreter between the bank and the entrepreneur to let you know what the bank is really asking for. And I just use all the strategies I use with those financial institutions. I'm now applying that to my clients to help them get through their business bank account. So I really enjoyed this time with you. Don't forget to share and let me know if you have one takeaway from this. Like what was one thing that stood out to you? Because I went to the 10 list, the 10 questions. So let me know if I should do more of this, right? So thanks everyone.